Today we're making trinket dishes and a two-tiered stand. We're going to start with the two-tiered stand, and these are 2 scallop shells. In the last episode you saw how I decoupaged them. This one's going to go on the bottom, this one's going to go on the top level. And the first thing I did obviously was drill a hole in the shell. So I'm going to show you how to do that first, but what I do is basically set it down so it's flat, and then I take a marker or a pen and just put a little dot where its center of gravity is. So I'm going to do that right there. And then I'm just going to use a drill and some water and drill directly into it. All right, so I've got this shell and a 2x4 below it just to catch the drill. And I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of water in there to keep the shell from overheating. And then, I mean, it takes like a second. I'm just gonna go, let me make sure I'm in the right direction, directly into the shell and hold it really tight with your other hand. And that's that. Here's the other one. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble the stand, and I've got these 2 pieces, a screw, and then they come with these like plastic foamy washers. I'm not going to use one on the top because you'll end up being able to see it, but I will use it on the bottom of the shells. So this guy goes here. Well, actually, yeah, this one's on the top. The smaller one's on the top. So this guy goes here. And then I'm going to put a washer over top of this. That just helps it keep from sliding around a lot. Like that. And then this screw will go on the bottom. So I'm going to put that on top of there and that through there. So you do need a Phillips head screwdriver, and I'm going to kind of go backwards and screw those 2 just like that. So I try to line them up so that the shells are in the same position, and then the handle will be like this. This another screw. It doesn't have to be 100% tight because we are going to go back with resin, and that will secure everything. Okay, so that's together. Obviously it's not going to stand up now, so that's when we're going to get our stand. These are sold separately. I'll show you all the supply lists though, and I'm gonna set it on there to see where it sits, where it's even, and that looks good. Here's how it is overhead. All right, so now that I've got this how I want it, I'm going to carefully put my thumbs underneath the stand and pick it up. And then I'm just gonna do a quick squirt of glue, hot glue down there to get it started adhering. We're gonna come back with resin. Okay, so now I went around it with hot glue, it's nice and set, but I'm still gonna go over it with resin. I'm gonna do a little bit of resin on all the attachment spots, and then use my light to quickly cure it. So, got my resin, and I'm gonna go around it like that quickly. And then I've got my light. It's a sunny day today, so I can also just set this outside to finish curing. But this really helps secure it. Now I'm going to do the bottom level. Just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom. Just go around in a circle. I'm going to do it half of it first so it doesn't run, because it will drip. And the other side. All right, so now that the attachments are all cured, I'm gonna go back and do resin to finish off the shell and give it that shiny finish that I like. So I'm gonna put a small amount in here and just brush it out from the center. And then put it directly under the light or set it outside. And then I'll go around it with metallic. So this is all cured now. It's nice and shiny. It's been sitting out in the sun, and I'm gonna go around it with metallic silver since the hardware is silver. Normally I use gold for this design, but I didn't have any gold stands today. So I think silver will definitely work. And this has some imperfections for sure. So I'm gonna do one outline first and then come back and decide if I wanna do thicker where the napkin ripped. It'll be fine. And I've got a little piece of sandpaper. There's a few edges that just need a little scraping. All right, so for a trinket dish, this one is not decorated yet, but I have attached the base. It's basically the same technique. I'm gonna use this little heart-shaped scallop shell and then this base. So I'm gonna set it on there and make sure it's flat, and then go underneath it and do the same thing as I did with the two-tiered stand. I'm going to put some glue in here and let it sit and start to adhere. And then I'll go all the way around it with more hot glue, and then I'll do the resin. All right, I'm going back with the resin. Just gonna do half of it first and get it directly under the light. I'm kind of doing this one backwards. I think I'm gonna go in with the teal pattern and maybe do a big sea turtle in this shell. Normally I would decoupage the shell first, but I'm just gonna do this one backwards. Right, now I'm gonna do the other side and then let it fully cure. Okay, so I'm trying something new. I converted the teal pattern to coral because I don't have any this is the only color base I have left, so that's why I used this rose gold, but I thought coral would look good with that. So I am going to put these guys on this shell. I don't know, I think that'll look good. And then I have a new rose gold pen that I'm gonna outline it with. Okay, so I'm trying something new. I converted the teal pattern to coral because I don't have any this is the only color base I have left, so that's why I used this rose gold, but I thought coral would look good with that. So I am going to put these guys on this shell. I don't know, I think that'll look good. And then I have and I'm trying out the dollar store Mod Podge. It's not glossy, but since I'm gonna go back over this with resin, hopefully it'll be okay. But I think it was $1.25 because ours have gone up to $1.25. But we'll see. Okay. I think that I'm gonna put him here. And I just use the back of my brush to tap it in. Oh my gosh, he's cute. There's that. And I'm gonna put a coral up here. I used larger designs and cut them out separately. Here's what the whole sheet looks like. And okay, and then I've got a little fish for up here. That might be too much. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it and not put the fish on. Right. Okay, I'm gonna put the fan on this and let it dry. All right, I really love it. I love the color. I'm gonna go around This is a new type of pin.